quick IG research as we switch into the game, and I'm going to tell you how many Pangolier games he has played. As you can see me reading the screen here, as you do your predictions, because I know exactly what you're doing right now.
Oh my God! There's a timber and total number of trees destroyed by 30-minute mark. I'm gonna go 300 plus. First player to get 50 last hits. I'm gonna go with some. I don't know. It's usually some mid laner that gets the first 50, and then it goes to the supports.
So he has played Pangolier twice professionally.
Timber, maybe.
Ooh. Can you get him? Maybe. Yeah, first blood. Fly getting first blood. Maybe it's not going to matter because Fly would just carry the game. And Oracle being strong early on.
30 seconds to battle.
So getting back to the numbers at hand. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No.
I can't even listen to you speak anymore. IG versus Shenzhen. It was 2 months ago. He played Pango mid, went Blink, Diffusal, Orb of Corrosion, Ags, Lincoln's not in that order.
Oh, I remember.
10, 0, and 15. I think that was maybe one of the first times we saw Diffusal Pango. Was it early in the season?
I remember that.
Maybe
game.
not.
No, it was picked earlier, but yeah. I remember that. We watched it together. How does disarm work on trample? Like if you disarm him, he can't trample anymore, right?
Oh, I missed predictions.
Probably.
Sure.
Because his hands are tight. He can't be. Maybe he can just trample with the, like his legs.
Metal chains or whatever.
He just bangs his legs, his tiny little back lizard-looking legs. They're very. By the way, if you focus on them, they're very derpy, just like his face.
Little showcase mode after the 3 lane split.
Very dirty,
showing
dirty
us
feet.
Showing us all 3 lanes.
Amazing effects, by the way.
Sometimes it has to come out.
How much did you pay for that, by the way? For the ability
I don't want to talk about it.
For the ability to have a little bit of echo. Bottom lane JT.
Too much. It also allows me to have my microphone plugged in and single out sound. So it's good. But you too could have the ability to echo if you want, Wizard.
How?
If you just get yourself unnamed, non-sponsored product that I can't tell you about on stream, but if you message me, I will tell you off stream. You can have it too.
I can just steal yours.
4 easy payments and then 1 difficult.
I can just steal it from you. Frisk,
right.
Bot lane gets away. Like one of the difficulties that they're facing on this bottom lane is he obviously took reflection to get that first blood, so he didn't have meta. He couldn't use meta for those first waves, something that you kind of usually do. So you don't have that early game advantage. You don't have those early game denies. But we didn't talk about the fact that they switched up the lanes as well, because all we're talking about is your microphone, B-Cop.
It's not true. JT. Stop trying to get me fired. JT bottom. Roll comes in from FY, and the chase is on with the meta, and he's spirit siphoning but not surviving. Frisk ends up getting the kill on a JT, who's over in the bottom lane because, you know, you didn't mention it yet, but they switched lanes.
And it looked like a good switch up, right? Because they really wanted to play the Timber into PA Oracle, and that's what they got in the end. I don't think, like, at some point, Yang is like, what's my point in life? Like, what do I do in these lanes? Because he's unnecessary. Like, he literally does not have to help the Timber. He can go back, pull, have a blast.
Go back, pull, maybe stack.
Be a family man, you know, he can do whatever. Stack something, sure, for trample.
A bad idea.
Take out the dog, come back afterwards, cast the grave.
I'm gonna take out my dog soon too. I know the feeling, Yang.
Do you have dogs?
I know the feeling. Well, I'm here with my mom right now, so she has our dog.
Oh, what dog is it?
Cooper. He's a mini Bernedoodle. Adorable.
Bernedoodle? I don't know what that is,
Yes.
but it sounds small and angry.
No, not small and angry. Small and sweet. He's a mixture of a Bernese Mountain Dog and a poodle.
Okay. Adorable
smart.
then. Yeah. Emo getting quite trampled on the mid lane, but
Fricka bottom lane is getting trampled pretty heavily. He gets killed off by FY and JT. I believe Frisky left him for just a second with the dispose. Oh, under the tower, not enough damage.
almost. And he gets the pull afterwards as well. Nicely done by IG. This is a strong lane. That Prophet and Earth Spirit, it's a really strong lane versus a TB. Like, he has a lot of armor, that's true, but they have a lot of spammable abilities, so they can chew right through him. Yang, I think he denied the full wave on top as well, so
Damn.
he's getting something done here. Oli, meanwhile, trying to prevent any pulls from happening.
A lot of damage.
He did get to the ring, though. So the hard part is kind of over for Firefly. He got to the ring of health. From this moment on, he should be able to lane until BAB hits 6. Once BAB hits 6, obviously, it becomes more difficult, but after that point,
Ooh, bottom lane again. Erica taking a lot of damage as FY is right in his face. They're going to bring the Primal Beast down towards bottom. Frisk also low. Crypt Swarm from JT hits on a Frisk. They'll go forward and try to get this kill on a JT with the trample, and they finally do. Nobody rotating here for the side of IG, and I feel like if they got a +1, they could have killed Erica.
it's an interesting move that they made actually in the last game too, right? With Onslaught. This time around, he even rotated before he was 6, so he just got that level 6. Plus, because of the fact that Frisk died, he can refill the bottle. A nice move, really. I like what they're doing with... I like the way they're utilizing Onslaught and Primal Beast for these rotations.
Seems like a lot of teams are doing Onslaught justice. Pulverize, and now the Boulder Smash slows XM. Emo's got to make a tight turn to hit him up into the air. Gets him not once, but twice. Now a third time, bouncing them both. XM pretty low, and he'll try to get out of that one, but won't be able to do so. So XM drops the Emo and Frisk to JT. Two kills there, and no Exorcism. JT just level 5. I was going to say maybe they just go Exorcism and take the tower.
Very nicely done by Emo. Like, he got every single roll there connected. Because of that, they got a kill. I feel like if he misses one, there's enough time for Primal Beast to just onslaught away.
Can you give me your best interpretation of that line?
I have absolutely no idea. Klika, klika, klika. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Yay. Run, run, run.
I didn't say translated. I just wanted you to reenact it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, just in best interpretation. Well,
if you
I guess how you interpret my question.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what?
If you told me reenact it, Lizard, I'd go ham, but you didn't.
Reenact it, Lizard.
Clica, 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 pesado.
Perfect. Put it in the game, guys. He's hired again.
Nice. Was it good?
I thought you were 9 out of 10 right there.
Thank you.
No commitment for the ending bit. Ooh, Boulder Smash with a silence coming in. Yang dead to FY. And IG, you really want that game 3, and I don't blame them. That's for sure.
They left Fly all alone on top lane, but look at him as well. Like, he's rushing the most naked. Well, not the most naked, but
yeah,
he's got boots. He's got brown boots and a stick, so it's something. But he's really rushing that Battle Fury.
Some good stacks over in the triangle for him, but they need to make sure that they protect that because BAB can just do this and jump forward. And if They can't go to the high ground. They can't lead them to the stacks. Otherwise, that's going to be dangerous. Now, Rolling Thunder, they'll hit BB. And it's actually, with Exim and Yang coming over, they know that these big stacks exist. So they need to be very careful on the side of IG on how long they're going to allow this. So he jumps up onto the high ground into a pulverize, but an immediate geomagnetic grip to get the silence out of both Frisk as well as XM. Swashbuckle. And going forward with the onslaught. Well, they can't save Emo. They've got the exorcism being used here by JT. They're trying to chase XM TPs out. Yang Shao Graves himself. Neutrals will kill him. He does it. So they get nothing out of this one on the side of IG. They need to get these stacks because they know they exist on the side of Vici. So I assume that they're going to play it aggressively.
I'm loving these voice lines. I have no idea what they mean. I'm enjoying them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, nice fight around on the less important note. Nice fight around.
Okay.
Around the triangle.
I was just wondering. I was gonna let you just
Dire's
wait,
structures are
see how long it was gonna take you.
It was a bit unfortunate for Emo. He sent a courier to the secret shop, and what happened is he was rolling next to it. The courier was getting hit.
Onslaught trample. JT in trouble. Whirling death with the chakram. I'm cutting you off, Lizard, because there is a fight breaking out. Pulverize and a kill on a JT. Like I said in the last game, when you get pulverized, you turn into Yum.
Radiant's bottom tower
Pretty
is under
good
attack.
rotation to defend the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, the tier 1 on the bottom lane is being brought down by Erica. He's farming the enemy jungle. This game overall looks better at the moment for Vici Gaming, sorry. 3 of their heroes on top of the network charts. And when you cut me off, basically Emo was buying energy booster, but it ended up on the courier, not on him. And the courier got instantly killed. So, happens.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. And it's turning into a 2K lead here for Vici too, like these last few minutes.
Yeah, but they want to do something about it, so they're smoking up.
I was gonna say, does it worry you if you're
Radiant's middle
IG?
tower is under attack.
Should it worry you?
You're not even aware that there's a difference at this point, really. It all comes down to the execution.
Well, actually, technically, you're never aware of a difference in your net worth because it doesn't get shown in game.
Well, excuse me.
Excuse you what?
Excuse me, but when you're on this level, you have a good idea how far behind you are.
Yeah,
at some
I'm
point.
always guessing, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I never guess when I'm behind. Only when I'm in front, I'm like, yeah, I'm like 10k in front. Nice. When you're playing from behind, just...
Okay. And rebound, stun. Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh wow! Some of that Marcy Unleash damage. And then Erica over mid goes down too, so we're trading places.
Trading position 1s, yeah. It does hurt, I guess, Erica a bit more, because... No, not sorry, Erica, the Fly PA a bit more, because he's still working towards that one
Dire's
item, that
middle
one
tower is under attack.
Battle Fury took to boost up his farming patterns, farming speeds. And when you're going for that naked blade Battle Fury, you die quite easily, right? Like that's what you saw. That's Unleash on a hero with no stats, like 0 stat items.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't even know if he would survive that with a couple of stat items. Everybody was down there.
It wouldn't look as smashing as it did. That's all.
$2K lead. Erica recently. See if they make a move. Especially, I'm curious to see what the Dazzle is going to be doing. Obviously, know he wants that shard, but it's 13 minutes just about, and he doesn't even have his ult yet.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pretty brutal to not be level 6.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
Free tower. Okay. This is
Well, they
Battle
reduce
Fury.
exorcism.
Oh, they got it.
That's-
Okay.
13-minute Battle Fury. Usually when you go with, I don't know, power treads, it's around, what, 15, 16-minute mark, so it's a pretty fast one.
You can kind of get the feel for it because it's usually like a 15, 16, but that also probably includes the Orb of Corrosion, at least from what I've seen.
Usually,
Rolling Thunder coming in, and they've got the Spirit Siphon as well as the Spirit Vessel on the Frisk. They'll get the kill there. They'll look towards the rest, but they can't catch these heroes, especially the Timber, who's just able to Timber Chain to safety.
Dazzle with the TPs, they roll, there's no roll.
Top of net worth above Erica.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Still trying to figure out the timings for both these teams.
Well, you don't really have to
We've been
think a lot.
seeing,
Yeah, you don't have to think a lot. Like, you look at PA and wait for her BKB Dazzle. That's the timing on the side of IG. And when it comes to the TB, perhaps a Skadi Mantine, you're set.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's quite nice, actually.
But when it comes to Vici gaming, maybe you're looking more towards your mid lane BKB.
As well as on the other side of the fight, they've got the roll that lands onto the Marcy. They'll get the kill, or should, with the Magnetize on a Frisk. Try to follow it up and look at BB, but he's safe with the Timber Chain back.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Are you worried about this Timber? Like, usually this hero is... You see where he is right now, under his tier 2. Like, usually I want to see Timber under the enemy's tier 2. I want to see him attacking that tower. I want to see him forcing some rotations on the enemy side. Not on your own. I don't feel that he's that wall that's needed. Dazzle.
And he's trying to fight this. Rolling Thunder actually bounces him back up into the air if they lose Yang. They've got XM coming over, but he Timber Chained away, so going after this may not be the right move. But after the Rolling Thunder, there's a Swashbuckle again. Whirling Death comes out.
Nice rebound.
And rebound in. So can they clean up any of these heroes? The false promise is going to be on a JT, who's going to pop that Exorcism. They get the kill on Ali as well as Emo. Silence to follow it up on the Terrorblade is getting bounced up into the air. And eventually they get JT. They'll get FY. 4 heroes down on the side of IG, and it's a 2K lead for Vici.
I love how BAB just told me, Lizard, shut the hell up. Like, the moment I started asking, why are you here, why aren't you somewhere else, he just proves me completely wrong. And my dog agrees as well.
Dire's top tower
Like,
is under
make fun of my owner. I know it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, look, he's basically waiting right here. They move next to him. They kind of ignore him. They jump over the wall. They go for Erica, but Erica survives long enough, and then Timber just turns everything completely. He's dishing out so much damage at the backlines of this fight. The 3-man rebound right there was juicy. Very juicy. Keep in mind they don't have a PA, right? This was still a 4 versus 5 fight. PA is on the other side of the map, farming up. Fly, getting closer to the BKB, so that's a plus for IG. Somewhat.
Plus. Meanwhile, BAB getting taken out by OLI,
Lane
aka
XM with the
Ollie.
DD.
Yeah, and XM gonna try and maybe get a kill here on a Fly. Jukes the other direction, gets by him for a second. Goes into the blur. They've used that unleash and going back and forth. Fly's just doing such a great job of juking them out. But eventually they get the pulverize. They should be able to get the kill here out on the Fly. And he'll par out of...
So much time wasted. Even the BKB forced out in the end.
Yes.
Nice little juke.
Oh, rebound. Ali.
He has TP. He could have TP'd out by now. Fade? Come on. Use it. I'm so worried that he's gonna get... Sure. Yeah, he was very worried that he's gonna get creep swarmed, so he didn't want to. He didn't want to waste the TP. But then in the end he realized, okay, I can get the hell out. So in the end, no one dies on the side of Vici Gaming. The only loss that they've had was the BKB used by Primal Beast, but that's not a big deal. You kill the PA. That's the most important.
Yeah, getting that kill on a Fly feels pretty good. They're up 4K all of a sudden. Like, yeah, it's definitely putting the pressure on IG to make a move. That's what they're gonna do. They do it without the PA, which is a little bit questionable, but I know they want them the PA to farm the BKB. We've talked about it. When you're that naked PA, you can't really fight. You're more so farm oriented. I think even earlier today, we've seen PAs be not as naked, where they get the Orb of Corrosion and the boots. Top one more time, BAB. He'll fall to Ollie again. Back to Ollie. Of course, he had 3 heroes.
Yeah. No, it was only the Oracle, please. Push this agenda where Oracle is the best counter to Timber. Oracle does deal a lot of burst damage, so that's why he's getting the last hits.
Now they've caught Pango, and into the BKB. They want to go for more. They use that Pulverize. They'll go to the Onslaught, but instead they leave. It was a quick pick on Emo. I don't hate it there for them to just go in, go out, but they did pop the BKB post getting that kill.
As long as you're getting the kills, I think it's kind of worth it. TB in the Manta, getting towards the BKB. Once he has that, he'll be able to stand his ground against the Pango too. Got that really neat Grove Bow to work with as well. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for, what, 400 more gold, and Fly will be sort of ready. Like, he's ready to fight. The impact is not as great as when he gets the Dezo, but there's no BKB on Primal, right?
Yeah, down for 40 seconds, and they'll be able to get the kill on the XM with that roll. Risk, TP, and gone.
Someone report Oracle for stealing all the kills. Thank you.
What you do as an Oracle, dude. Purifying Flames. Easy.
Double damage.
They're not gonna get here in time. I've got the illusion, but maybe they do, because they're right by the steps. They gone right there, but they gave it up.
Got him.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
That fight's not gonna Aegis. Yeah.
Do you take the Sages and you go fight, that's the question, or do you wait for Exorcism, another item on the PA, that Desolator perhaps that will come shortly? I think it's probably safer to just wait.
You just farm it, right? Get that. So.
Yeah, you can pressure perhaps a tier 2 on the top lane, but you get closer to the Exorcism at least, like you wait that out, and then you go. It's unnecessary to make a rash move at this point.
XM again, forcing the BKB. Obviously, that is comes to the use of the Rolling Thunder, but making his BKB continually go down with him not getting anything out of it. Now it's 6 seconds already, so like, mission kind of accomplished, right?
Always. Whenever you can force that out, you do it. Like, the BKB has been nerfed, what, 2-3 patches in a row? First with the 9-second one. Oh, Bird Spirit's going in.
BKB again. Goes up into the air, Fortune's End, and a Stifling Dagger. They get another kill. This Timbersaw's impact has completely been nullified. Got the Hex, Dispose, Fly in, and that's a rebound out by Frisk. They landed the silence on 2 of those heroes.
Erica going in. BKB.
Anything with this? Maybe if they've got a Pulverize on a Fly, but they're just a little bit slow on it, and Erica's BKB is going to run out, so he needs to be very careful. Bull comes in, kicks him back towards the team, and they've got the silences out there, but is it going to be enough? They'll buy back on BAB. Erica with the Shallow Grave on him, and he uses that Sunder, gets back to full health, looks over at FY. They get the kill on the Emo. They take out the Pangolier. They lose 2. All the rebound from Frisk on the 2, and they'll take them both away. It looks likely they got the Aegis out of the hands of the PA. They'll look over the Death Prophet. JT trying to leave, but eventually right-click down by Erica. And Fly's next on the list. Wow. What a rebound coming in from Frisk.
What a rebound coming from this whole team, really. Like, the way they played that fight was immaculate, like perfect. They went on Erica, right? And you know, if you're Erica, the only thing you need to do as this TB is make sure that you're nearby the Dazzle. Look at that fight. It started all the way in the river, and then they just continued chasing one hero after another. But really, what won that fight was the Grave that makes Terrorblade able to use his Sunder on the DP.
Right. At, like minimum health.
Yeah, he was pretty damn low. I was actually expecting maybe FY to try and clip Dazzle and the TB with the silence, but it's so much easier said than done.
He disposed and rebounded off the TB. They had the false promise on Emo, but he just gets overwhelmed with damage. So watch Shadow Grave, Sunder, and then the turnaround.
Someone just really needs to control Yang. You need a hero that... it's not someone. In all honesty, it can be two heroes, either Emo or FY. Right. The two of them need to figure out a way to control the Dazzle. If they can do that, then they can take down the Terrorblade afterwards as well. By the way, no Dazzle. A couple of changes to the standard builds. No Dazzle on Fly instead of Basher. And at the same time, not getting any bulk here on TB, instead going straight into damage, straight into impact, and that's the MKB.
Right.
Which does make sense, you're playing versus PA, right?
Yeah. And you want to be able to kill the PA as quick as possible, especially if you're able to sustain with the help of the Dazzle now. Makes sense, right?
Dog agrees. If you can even hear that, I hope you can't.
I heard him. He didn't agree with my opinion based on the game. It's fine. Lead bottom lane. I see over there with the Dazzle, and they are starting to cut through the jungle. They need to be careful if you're the side of Vici. As well. I was gonna say I thought Fly was farming pretty well, but he had a couple of deaths in a row where now TV is sitting top of the net worth by such a large margin.
He is farming well, it's just that the TB is farming a little bit better.
Right.
It's always like that, right? Like you're playing it versus a TB. And if you lose one fight, suddenly he takes, what, 1 minute downtime to gain 1,000 gold advantage over you. And it just increases that way. Illusions being just sent everywhere. Look at it. Like, he has 3 illusions farming your ancients, meanwhile he's farming his own dire jungle. Kind of a ridiculous hero, really, in that way.
Go from 0 to ridiculous. How ridiculous is it?
Very ridiculous.
Radiant's top tower is under
Indulging my ridiculous comments. MKB finished here for Terrorblade, by the way. It's flying out now.
I think you're ready to fight. You've got everything that you need. A BKB completed on Timber. You could possibly wait for Frisk to finish his one off as well, but probably unnecessary. Instead, I think you just smoke up and go for it. When it's rush up, may respawn in a minute and a half, so...
I guess you don't need it, but I wouldn't mind if Frisk got his BKB, because I'm thinking about back to that old 11 game where he was playing the Marcy, and I just think, like, okay, if you want to jump in with that rebound, obviously in that fight that was top, it was okay, but for the most part, you kind of need that BKB to survive.
Oh, that's fair. God forbid you bait this Dazzle to grave you. You know, that's the worst case scenario. You jump in, you bait him to grave you, then TB gets gone on, he dies because of you. I've just seen that happen too many times.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's got the BKB though, like 60 gold away, and it will be completed.
Tower is under attack.
Is there anything big on the Fly side? Not really, there's a Basher still, and 2k gold on him. Aghanims in 1,000 gold on the Pangolier, but that's it. Like,
Game changing, you think?
No, nothing really game changing on their side.
like this Shiva's coming out for Primal Beast. It's not an item we've seen a lot on him.
Pretty solid versus the PA as well.
Yes.
Get a bit more
It gives
armor.
them that mana as well.
Because usually they go for Kaya and Sanj, right? For Sanj and Kaya, but as he didn't do that this game. Okay.
Under BKB that gets popped by BAB. Immediately just out. Looks like it.
They straight go into, well, around the pit. They don't check it actually. Okay, they go in onto the high ground. Fly, we'll check it. Because you forced that BKB, so maybe it would be the perfect time to force a fight around Rosh. There's the smoke. They know Rosh could be up. Yeah.
Might be able to just catch JT. The smoke was broken on BAB, but I don't know if that's even going to matter. Oh, yeah, they'll rebound on top of JT, and they've got the false promise, but how much is that really saving? They go to the poison touch on the backlines, they land on the Magpies, but they've got the pulverize, they get the kill on FY. JT getting a little bit low. Phantom Dime's thrown out by Fly, who pops his BKB. There's a Stifling Dagger out for a crit. So far, so good on the retreat from IG. They've only lost one. Onslaught's not going to catch anything. I believe that team has gotten to escape.
You're Vici, you just wait around the pit, I think, now. Meta is on 50% HP, however, and Exorcism wasn't used. Like there are some things that are definitely could definitely swing the fight in IG's favor. That's Meta being down, and that's them still having Exorcism. Dude, 1,000 trees.
Yeah, there was no way it was going to be a low number. I've started to notice that it's 301 plus every game.
Yeah, I went 301 plus this game because there's the Timber.
Well, like even without that Timber, I think you're hitting that number 301 plus from what I've recognized.
Really?
Yeah.
There has to be a hero that cuts trees, though. Without that hero, I feel like, right, it shouldn't get that much. Maybe you're right. 4 staffs and
whatnot. You get to 50 so early in the game.
Yeah. All the tangos literally get you to what, like 60, right?
Gosh. Top Exo, they got the Shivas picked up on the side of the Dire. They're gonna smoke as well, throwing a Chakram and Rolling Thunder. So Emo just gonna try and play distraction while they're still in the pit. And they're going to jump forward. They've got the Shivas coming out from XM. they might be able to get themselves the Aegis. It's going to be snatched up by BAB. The kill is there for the Radiant, but how much is it going to do? They get the first life out of the hands of BAB. They're going to buy back on the Dazzle as well. So Yang trying to get back into the fight. XM silenced up. BAB's been popped by Frisk. Frisk moving in with the Unleash. BAB's back into the fight with the Chakram being thrown forward. They've got the crits coming through from this Phantom Assassin. Fly trying to do it again, but he's being pulverized to death. Emo, Fly,
JT, kill on
XM. Oh my god, he's trampled you all.
He went into the pits, he stole the Aegis, he respawned, and he was an angry Primal Beast.
Wow, yeah, XM, help of BAB in that second life, was able to just absolutely run them down. It feels like they were just playing Ag's Labyrinth for a second. And Primal Beast was the end-all boss.
Yeah, that was Ag's Labyrinth on what difficulty?
Seems to be the highest one, especially for IG, as they've now been fully team wiped. This could be the end of the IG run, but at the same time, still continuing the Vici run. You got to remember that they replaced 3 players coming into this qualifier. BAB coming in from Blaze, the original Blaze in Ocean that ended up forming Magma. I mean, he had only had 1 team before this, but he has certainly proven himself up to this point. And they close it out and get the series victory 2-0. Shiva, silence on a couple, Rolling Thunder, BKB pop by XM. And Paul, for the moment, they've got a lot of damage going into BAB. He doesn't have the second life this time around. Spirit Siphon And can they get the full escape? They've got the shallow grave. They're going to smoke to try and keep up. The Marcy on the run, but the roll hits from FY. They get the ton of frisk, and they'll look for more. The roll again from FY. They go for the TP, but they've got the Yules. They're going to stop the Dazzle from getting out. Yang's going to be killed off by Fly. That's going to make it 2, and they will get just those. But it's a good chase from IG as desperate measures are being taken to hold on to this game.
Okay, so it wasn't as terrible as it looked at the moment, right? They're still very far behind, but they didn't lose 2 sets of Braxes. They lost only 1. They got the 2 supports on the retreat, which isn't that great for them. I'm sure they would have enjoyed a kill or 2 on one of the cores, but it is what it is. At least something, and at least the PA gets a chance to build this rapier, which is pretty much their only remaining option, right? Like, you get the... Okay, never mind. I take that back. He looked courageous. He looked like he's this crazy, brave madman with the rapier queued up. But when he went to the secret shop, he just bought a Reaver, so yeah. I got fooled. I don't know.
You gotta promise me you won't get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again. I did want to see the rapier, though.
Yeah, so did I. I think Fly has opportunities to get that damage out, and he certainly has shown it in a couple of those exchanges. I think you have to kind of go high risk, high reward here in a game like this.
Yeah, that was my point as well. Like, if you get the rapier, perhaps you get a really good shot with the Satanic.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm just not sure you will have the amount of damage necessary. It will sustain you through some of these things. Like, it will sustain you through the grave, perhaps. So maybe you'll be able to finish off TB after the grave is done.
5-man smoke waiting on the door and hoping to get let in. Just yet, but not on the line here. It's a guaranteed spot to at least last chance qualifier, so pretty big. So what is he? Yes. Tags, defusal. No blink dagger actually for emo after all this time. There's the Satanic finish. 4-man smoke, but they're in a good spot on the high ground. Qualifier just focusing his attention on the Dazzle. They want to take out the shallow grave from the equation, and eventually they'll get the damage to take out Yang. So it works in their favor so far. Rolling Thunder bouncing up the Terrorblade into the air. They look over at Ali. They'll get the kill, at least out of the Oracle. They've taken out Frisk too. So 2 years down to the side of Vici with the buyback coming out from the Marcy. Roll over from FY, silence with the geomagnetic grip, but it's not going to matter. They'll take out FY, they'll lose themselves emo, and all of a sudden 3 heroes are gone with JT on the run. The chase is there from Erica, and well, with the ghosts or not, it's looking like, well, JT is not long for this world. It's a silence, unable to pull the Chakram back, and also there's creeps way inside the base.
Run, little DP. He does get out in the end, at least. XM is eyeing Fly. He's even afraid. Like, he's got that Shivas, he's got that overwhelming blink. He might just go in on his own, force a couple of buybacks. Yeah, they're still around. TB is pushing in that bottom lane. You don't have to force anything without the meta, right? If you're Vici, yeah, if you're Vici at this point, you can just take the game.
You could hold till ages, I would say.
Thing is, like, the whole fight looked kind of forced from IG. You could see where they were coming from. There was vision on Dazzle. You roll in on top of him. You try to eliminate him first, but you just go a little bit too far out of the comfort zone for your teammates. You get separated, and these heroes on the side of Vici just love that. It's not like they need you to be clumped up. It's not like they need to use their big ultis in one spot. They love these drawn-out fights.
Right. Smoke.
One man with a mission. It was Ninja Gear, but still, one man
I know.
on a mission.
I just want to make Make it sound like Yang's wasting smokes over here. It's like, but he's a ninja now. Can turn you into a pig from the shrouds of night.
It is probably one of the best items for him to get, like ninja gear.
What
Right,
was the
good.
other one? Trickster's Cloak, I thought was, yeah, I think Trickster's Cloak was really good.
Trickster's Cloak.
Jumping on a
well.
JT. Immediately going into the Pulverize, and they're going to chase XM, who's going to pop the BKB. Chakram going back and forth. XM right on top of this Death Prophet. And, well, right click's coming in. Stifling Dagger. They've got the disarm onto the Primal Beast. Don't lose anybody on the side of IG.
What's really impressive is the fact that Oli never used his ulti there. He never used False Promise. Instead, he was just spamming out Fate's Edict, Purifying Flames, and Glimmer Cape because he knew they can't kill her without Terrorblade hitting, right? Like that's the only real physical damage. And Marcy wasn't there, so never used false Promise on the DP. Actually saved it for perhaps a better timing for the PA later on, or for JT once he pops his ulti.
Radiant are scanning.
You're really playing it safe on Vici, and like we were saying, they don't have to really risk it, right? But I will say, if IG get their hands on an Aegis, I wouldn't, like, you see PA saving gold. If they were to get their hands on an Aegis in a clean fight by Roche in the next minute and a half, you just go, like, Divine Rapier, and this game could get into trouble for Vici. Like, I know they're up by a lot, but if those circumstances land, it could be troublesome. I don't know if
Yeah, I agree, because at some point it becomes anyone's game. You get a ton of instant damage coming from some of these heroes, such as PA. Like if she gets a lucky crit, it can be a complete game changer. Plus you get the buybacks, right? Like everyone can buy back at some point. They just save up the gold, and the Roche fight becomes a little messy. I would still say that Vici Gaming are in a really comfortable spot. All that said, the items that they've got, the net worth lead that they've got, it's easier to win with it than it is to throw it away. Let's put it that way.
Ooh, purchased that on the link. So never mind. Won't be getting the Divine Rapier in that time frame.
Oh, he bought something out? Oh, he bought out the Lincolns. Okay.
Is that just protecting him from
Sunder, I guess.
like,
Pulverize.
Sunder,
as well.
Pulverize?
Nice. Yeah.
Does it protect from poison touch?
It should.
Yeah, all right.
It
Yeah, I
did
guess,
before the AoE. I think it still should.
Dire
Yeah.
are scanning.
I don't know if I like Lincoln's there, but I understand it. I understand the thought process. You need to be able to do as much as possible. I like the Spell Prism getting picked up here. Ooh, Courier dead.
Has been killed.
Okay, JT will lose his Courier. He's trying to get into a Heaven's Halberd. Roche. It's Ag Blessing too. Throw silence, that'll land on the Terrorblade. XM just going right into their faces. Right, quick damage coming out from Fly, and he'll get out of this one as they've already taken out Emo. Look at that damage coming out of JT. They lost both those heroes. BKB from Fly, and he's gone.
Yeah, I think
He'll TP out.
you just go back into the pit now. Emo, he rolled in. And that was, Erika was a whack-a-mole. He just whacked that little tangle here. He disappeared. That's the Aghanims. That's the cheese. You can give the Aghs even to the TB, right? Like, yeah, he's gonna eat it.
Terror Wave.
Get that.
With the
nice
extra
little,
bit on the Metamorphosis.
yeah, you get that extra bit of meta up.
No Pango for 35 seconds. Like, I'm not really sure how you hold.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Short the buyback, too.
Radiant's
They have Glyph,
structures are
so they can use that, and perhaps they'll be fast enough to defend the bottom lane.
Radiant's
There's no
middle
meta.
barracks has fallen.
If you're Vici Gaming, you could play it super carefully and wait for it, but I don't think they will.
Radiant's bottom tower
They're
is
going
under
in.
attack.
So it'll be defensive the last racks here. They're going to go in with the roll coming out from FY. They've got the silence out of the Terrorblade once again. The Magnetize is going to be dropped down onto these heroes. FY with the BKB still. We'll look over as Frisk now pops his own BKB. Terrorwave comes through. That's the Fear on to JT. JT on the run, hit with the Whirling Death. They've also got the Dispose, but Yule's up into the air. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, they're still trying to fight. They've got JT finally dead with the right clicks coming out on the XM, but it's not going to be enough damage. The roll comes out, but doesn't land on anybody. So FY not finding a target with that roll. They have the Shallow Grave. That's going to save Frisk. They get the kill out on Ollie. He's going to buy back. Refresher from the Terrorblade goes back into the Metamorphosis. That's also going to mean he's got Terror Wave again, and that's exactly what he's going to use to put the fear in the eyes of IG and try and take him out of this entire series and this entire qualifier. Shallow Grave once again coming through on a Frisk. They use the Phantom Knives, but it's not going to do enough damage. It's only going to break Timber Saw. They've also got the damage coming through on the Qualifier to get the kill into the Phantom Assassin. They're no longer going to have the damage from the PA, which means they're defending with basically nothing, as well as their throne just being completely exposed. Down goes JT. It's just a 3v4, and they'll try to do what they can, but the creeps coming in, as well as the right clicks from the Terrorblade, waving them out of the potential qualifying game here is the Timber, and maybe BAB got a little bit too ahead of himself, but they do have the Terror Wave. They do get the damage out of the throne, and they will knock out IG. Vici guarantee themselves at least last chance qualifiers by knocking out Invictus Gaming.
Incredible storyline coming in from Vici Gaming as well. This is a team that had what, like 3 different players, had their offlane switched up into the position 5 Yang that actually joined them recently as well. It's not that long ago that he